everybody, what's up? It's Lakh and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm doing this look for Valentine's Day. So it's this pink eyeshadow look right here. It's a pink kind of like, yeah, it's just basically pink and red and just everything Valentine's Day, and then with the pink lips and everything. So yeah, just a total Valentine's Day look, and I'm going to be doing my eyes and face and everything. So if you want to see this look and potentially try and do it yourself for Valentine's Day, then please keep on watching. Okay, hey, what's up? So we're up close and personal now. This is the first time I've ever zoomed you guys in so close to my face, but it's because I'm finally using my new camera. Okay, so I always start with the eyes, but before I start the eyes, I always moisturize my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Drink It H2O, and it looks like this on the inside, so I'm just gonna put this all over my face. Okay, so moisturizer is on, and I'm just going to let that soak in while we do the eyes. So I'm going to use my Colourpop No Filter Concealer to prime my eyes. And this is in the shade Medium 30. Okay, so for this video, I'm going to go into like a couple different eyeshadow palettes, and that's just because I just like the different colors and the different palettes, but I mean, honestly, you could use one palette. I'm just being hella extra. But yeah, so first I'm gonna take this Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, and I recently got this and it's so pretty. Like, look, hold on. Like, look at all the colors in here. It is so pretty. Like, I think it's really cute, but we'll talk about this in another video. So I'm just gonna take this shade right here, Rolling in the Dough, and I'm gonna set my primer with that, my concealer. Okay, so now the eyes are primed and set. And so now I'm going to take the shade So Bougie from the palette, and it is right here. So it's kind of like that light brown tan transition shade. So I'm just going to pop that into my crease area, and it's going to act as a transition shade. And you don't need the shade to be too dark or anything, because it's like honestly just that transition shade as a buffer for the other darker shades to blend into. Okay, so now on the same brush, I'm going to go into my Anastasia Prism palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, and this shade is called Eden right here, and this is just going to act, so with eyeshadow I always go light to dark, so this is that light pink color that's also just going to act as a buffer, so you'll kind of be able to see it, but it'll be that kind of last shade. So yeah, I'm going to take that on the same brush. And I'm focusing this color not on the lid because I'm trying to keep the lid clean for now. We are going to do a cut crease, but I'm just focusing this kind of on the upper crease area. And then so my little trick recently has been to take a really fluffy brush. So this is a Morphe M504, and this is a really fluffy brush, and I just like to use this to blend out my shadow through like every step, kind of just to make sure in the end it's all blended out really nicely and I don't have to work too hard at the end. So I'm just going to take this and kind of blend over what I've done so far, and this brush is clean. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette right here, and I'm going to take one of the deeper red shades. So I'm going to take this color on the bottom here, and it's Saffron, and we're going to use this, and I'm going to take this on now a Morphe M433, and this is a smaller blending brush, so it's more thin from here, so it's not as fluffy, and I'm going to take a little bit of that, and then we're going to put it right here, so under the pink shade. So I'm not gonna put this, like, I'm not gonna blow it up all the way as far as the pink shade is, but I'm gonna get it a little bit under. And this brush really helps to do that, to not get it everywhere, because it is a little thinner. So I'm just going nice and slowly in the crease and creating that little half circle motions. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with my big fluffy brush and just blend what we have so far. Okay, now I'm gonna take my Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm gonna use a really deep red shade from this palette, so even deeper than the one I just used. And it's gonna be this color right here, so it's a really dark red, kind of burgundy-ish color. And I'm gonna take this on a Morphe R39, and this is an even slimmer brush than the one I used before because I'm gonna concentrate this even tighter into the crease. And I'm just gonna place it there first and then blend out in a second. I know it looks a little rough, and this shade is really pigmented, so kind of be careful. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with the big fluffy brush and just blend this out to soften it up. And I kind of like to drag it into the outer V and kind of blend it into there as well. And now back into the Prism palette, I'm going to use this chocolate shade right here called Parallel, and I'm just going to use that to put into my outer V just to give us a little bit of a deeper color over there. But not too much because I do want this look to mainly be like the pinks and reds. So we're just going to put a little bit just to create depth. Back with the fluffy blending brush, I'm gonna blend that and then into the outer V as well. And then now I'm gonna go back into this shade Eden right here from the Prism palette, so that first pink shade that we used, and I'm just gonna put that again into the crease, into the upper crease, because that lighter shade kind of disappeared once we put the darker ones on, so I want it to show up a little more, so I'm gonna put just a little bit more onto the upper crease. And then again with the blending. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut my crease, and this is the second time I've ever done this, so let's see what happens. But I'm just gonna take the concealer that I had, the Colourpop one, and put it onto my hand. And then I'm gonna take this Morphe M505 brush, and it looks like this. And yeah, we're just gonna try and cut this crease. Okay, so I think I did it. That was actually not too bad. The first time I did a cut crease, I used a different brush, and that brush was not, like, it was not doing it. But this brush is really good for cutting the crease. I don't think it looks that bad. I think it looks pretty good. So let me do the other eye, and then we'll move on. Okay, so that one's done too. That honestly wasn't that bad. And honestly, I feel like this eye look, if I just added like a deepen this part up a little bit more, which we're gonna do, but if I just left a little like that, it looked pretty too. But we're gonna add some shimmer anyways. Okay, so now for shimmer, I'm gonna take this shade from the Chocolate Gold palette. This shade right here, it's called Classy and Sassy, I think, yeah. And this is kind of like a brown rose goldy kind of color, so I thought it would look good with this look. So I'm gonna take this on my M167 brush. And then as always, I'm gonna spray this brush with MAC Fix Plus. And then we're just gonna put this into the lid. So the shimmer doesn't pop like too much, but that's what I kind of wanted because I want this look to be kind of like dramatic, but at the same time not too crazy. You feel me? So if I wanted a more metallic shimmer, I would have took a shimmer from the Jaclyn Hill palette, but I kind of wanted it to look like this. Okay, that looks pretty, doesn't it? I think that looks really pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with that really deep shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna put that color right here. So I didn't put the metallic shade all the way on my lid, like 3/4 of the way, but we're gonna put some of that deep red right here, and right here just to deepen it up a little bit and add a little bit more color over there. Okay, back with the fluffy blending brush. Okay, so as far as shadow goes, I think we're done. I really like how it looks. I think it looks so pretty. It's like so cute and girly and pretty. But so now I'm gonna go put on some eyeliner. I think I'm gonna do like a little wing or something. And then I'm gonna put my lashes on and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my eyelashes on. I'm wearing the Lilly lashes in the style Diamonds. These are like my favorite lashes. They're really cute, like super long and flirty and everything, but they're not like too dramatic where you're like, oh shit. But yeah, really pretty, and I got my eyeliner on, and yeah, everything's looking good. So let's start with the face. So first, to prime my face, I'm gonna take these Farsali Unicorn Essence drops right here, and I'm just gonna drop these on my face. And now I'm going to take my new favorite foundation, and this is the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation, and it looks like this. It is so good, like so good. And I just like to dot this onto my face, and then I'm going to blend it with a beauty blender. And I forgot to mention that this is in the shade Valencia, which is like my perfect shade. Okay, for concealer, I'm going to use the same Colourpop concealer that I used to prime my eyes. And yeah, we're just going to conceal with this. Okay, so now that that's done, to set this, and I'm also gonna bake today since like it's Valentine's Day, so you know, you never know what you're gonna be doing. So we're gonna want this makeup to stay on, so I'm gonna bake, and I'm gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way translucent powder. So I'm just gonna take it onto my beauty blender and then pop it right there. And when I bake, I kind of like just press it in, and then like the excess I'll wipe off later in a little bit. But I don't like, you know, go like too crazy. And then I'm gonna bake the smile lines too, because my smile lines always show up, even if I bake. So yeah. Okay, now to contour, I'm gonna cream contour and powder contour today since we wanna look hella snatched for Valentine's Day. So I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Mocha. And to blend this out, I'm gonna take my Morphe G3. And remember to always blend contour upwards, not down. And for this jaw contour, I'm actually gonna blend downwards because it's on the jaw, so we're trying to create a shadow, you know? Okay, cream is done. Now I'm just gonna take my Hoola bronzer and I'm just gonna lightly dust over where I cream contoured, just for like a kind of bronzer and to kind of set it at the same time. Okay, so now we're nice and bronzed, and I'm just gonna wipe away any of that translucent powder. Okay, now we're gonna highlight, and I'm gonna take Champagne Pop from Becca. And then I'm also gonna take the highlighter and bronze my collarbone too, to make the body look nice and snatched too. And then I also like to take it on right here, my shoulder right here, and I just swirl it in a circle. And it just gives you a really nice, like, glowy look to your chest. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my Milani blush in the shade Romantic Rose right here. So it's kind of a more pink, nude pink kind of blush. And I like to drag it up into the highlight, just to have everything be like blended together. Okay, so we're gonna move back to the eyes for a second to do the under eyes. So I'm gonna take this shade Eden right here, and I'm gonna pop that onto my lower lash line. Okay, now with that deep red shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm gonna take this onto a flat brush, and then I'm gonna put this really close to my lash line, and it's kind of gonna act as like a eyeliner type situation because it's a really dark color, so I'm gonna put it really close. And then I'm gonna go back in with my little blending brush that I used on the light pink, and I'm just gonna blend these two colors together. Just to put some mascara on my lower lashes, and then now I'm gonna go back in with the highlighter I used on my face, so the Champagne Pop, and then I'm gonna put this in my inner corner, and then I'm gonna brush out my brows and then put this right here as well. Okay, and we're almost done. The last thing I'm gonna do is lips, and I'm gonna use MAC Cork Lipliner and just line my lips. And now I'm gonna take my Colourpop Lippie stick, and this is in the shade Parker. And then I'm going to top it off with some gloss as usual, and this is the shade Charmer from Maybelline. This is their little vivid lip lacquer gloss. Alright guys, so this is the final look. So show you guys up close. This is what everything looks like. I really like the way it turned out. I think the eyeshadow looks really pretty. And yeah, it's just like super Valentine's Day, super cute, and I like it paired with like the nude pink gloss. I think it looks really cute. You don't have to put on gloss if you don't like gloss, but I like gloss, and yeah, I just think everything came out so pretty. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys like this eyeshadow look, and I hope you guys have a happy Valentine's Day. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.